こんにちは、ジャパニーズアーモのミサです。Hey guys! Today I'm going to explain how to use the passive form in Japanese. So the passive voice in English is usually used in formal texts, right? So in English you could either say, they built a house, or you could also say, the house was built, right? And you know, it's considered to be bad to use the passive voice too much in English, or sometimes it just sounds too formal. So you might think, I don't need to learn the passive form in Japanese, but wait, the passive form in Japanese is so much more than the passive form in English. Of course, you can make a sentence like, the house was built in 2018 using the passive form that we're going to learn. But this passive form also makes you sound more natural in Japanese, because it can add the nuance of you feeling upset or sad or angry because of someone else's action. So when you want to say, he laughed at me, in Japanese we say it like, I was laughed by him, and that would mean he laughed at me and I'm upset. In Japanese you could say, あいつに笑われた。あいつに笑われた。あいつ means that guy that I don't like. Guys sometimes use the word あいつ about their friends, but yeah, normally if you say こいつ、そいつ、あいつ, then you imply that you don't like them usually. Or it's just a kind of rude way to say that guy. It doesn't just have to be a guy really. In English it could be either the B word or A word. English has so many more swear words than Japanese, so it's not that easy to, you know, just say, hey, you can translate the word あいつ as the C word. Sometimes it's not that harsh in Japanese. It really depends on how someone says it. Anyway, あいつに笑われた。笑われた is in the past tense, but 笑われる is the passive form of the verb 笑う to laugh. So when a lot of learners make a sentence, he laughed at me, they would make the subject he. Let's use the word あいつ in this case, because the word 彼 is too formal and it often means boyfriend rather than he. A lot of learners tend to say あいつは笑った。Right? The past tense of 笑った。But 笑った can mean to laugh, but also to smile. And あいつは笑った can just mean, that guy laughed. You know, that guy smiled. So it doesn't mean he laughed at me. Even if you put the word 私, it wouldn't really do the job. So when you want to say he laughed at me and I'm upset, like he shouldn't have done that, then you want to use the passive form. So whenever you feel like you are the victim, you want to use this passive form. So あいつに who did something horrible to me, and に and then the passive form of the verb 笑う to laugh. 笑われた. So as long as you feel like you didn't deserve that, like you are upset about it, you can use the passive form. So like, you know, taking a picture is not a bad thing, but if you are upset that someone took a picture of you, maybe without permission, or maybe you did give permission, but you know, you kind of didn't want that, then you could still use the passive form. So to take a picture, we say 写真を撮る。写真を撮る。So for a sentence without any nuance, feelings, you could say like, someone は写真を撮った。Right? Someone は写真を撮った。So let's say アキラは写真を撮った。Then that means Akira took a picture. If you want to clarify that Akira took a picture of me, then you could say アキラは私の写真を撮った。アキラは私の写真を撮った。This doesn't have any nuance. It just means Akira took a picture of me. It doesn't mean like I'm upset or anything like that. But if you want to say that, he took a picture of me and I'm not happy about that, you don't even have to add the word I'm upset, I'm not happy, I'm sad. You change the verb to take a picture to the passive form and you do the job. It's really easy, but very different from the way you do in English. So to take 取る becomes 取られる in the passive form. I'm going to explain how you change the verbs in a minute, but 取る becomes 取られる. So 写真を撮られた means someone took a picture of me and I'm not happy about it. So 撮られた is in the passive form, so you could also technically translate like I was filmed, because 撮る can also mean to film. And we have to change the what particle into the に particle for the passive sentence. So you say アキラに写真を撮られた. Here you don't have to add the word 私 because the passive form already implies that I'm the victim. The speaker is the victim. So アキラに写真を撮られた. Akira took a picture of me and I'm not happy about that. You know, in English you can also put the swear word in the sentence, like Akira F took a picture of me. We don't really have a swear word in Japanese. Sure, we have a word like kuso, which means shit, but it's not that harsh. It's nowhere near as bad as the F word or C word like in English. You can say the word kuso on TV and you are fine. But when we want to translate that kind of sentence, we often use the passive form if the speaker is the victim. So that's actually the main usage of the passive form. Whenever someone did something horrible to you, the speaker, you can use the passive form. But it doesn't mean that whenever we use the passive form, the speaker is upset. The passive form is also really important because in Japanese, we always prefer hearing the stories from the speaker's perspective. So this might sound complicated, but in English you often say he asked me to do this instead of saying, for example, I was asked to do something by him, or he told me that I can't come instead of I was told by him that I can't come. So it's really normal or even more common in English to use someone else as a subject of the sentence, right? But in Japanese, as long as I'm or the speaker is involved in the action, so like he told me, he asked me, he dumped me, whenever I'm actually involved in that action, we try to tell the story from my perspective. So instead of he told me, he asked me, we would say I was told, I was asked. Or when you want to say, oh, he broke up with me, he dumped me, you want to say I was dumped. So for example, to break up with someone or to dump someone, we say someone を振る. If you want to say A dumped B, you say A は B を振った. A はB を振った, right? And we can just use the past tense if we are talking about other people. I'm not involved, so you just use the normal past tense. But if I'm the one who was dumped, we would put the verb 振る to dump in the passive form. So 振る becomes 振られる and the past tense is 振られた. So we say 振られた to mean he dumped me or he broke up with me. It also can mean he rejected me, like because we have this kokuhaku, love confession culture. You know, when someone does the kokuhaku, love confession, and the other person doesn't want to go out, then they would furu. So that's like saying no, like I can't go out with you. That's also furu, not just breaking up. Literally, you just say furareta. You don't even have to say watashi wa furareta. And when you want to say like, my friend asked me to do this, instead of using the word tomodachi as a subject, we would say I was asked by my friend. We have a few words that mean to ask. If you're asking a question, obviously you can use the word 質問する, but that means to ask a question. It doesn't really mean to ask something. So if you want to say to ask, you can use the same verb as to listen, 聞く, but that is like to ask a question. To ask someone's birthday, you can say 誕生日を聞く, 誕生日を聞く. So if you want to say he asked my birthday, again we would use the passive form I was asked. So 誕生日を聞かれた is how we say I was asked. 誕生日を聞かれた。So you could say 田中くんに誕生日を聞かれた。田中くんに誕生日を聞かれた。So earlier I said that the passive form is used when I feel like I'm the victim, but this usage is different. We don't always use the passive form to mean like I'm the victim. This is literally me trying to speak from my perspective. So, 田中くんに誕生日を聞かれた。I could be really happy. Like, oh, maybe 田中くん will give me a birthday present, you know. Or, if I speak with a disgusted tone, like 田中くんに誕生日聞かれた, it's like, ew, he asked my birthday. Like, oh, I hope he won't give me a birthday present. It really depends on the tone and the way you say it. But anyway, when you want to say, he asked me a favor, you want to use a different verb. To ask a favor, we use the verb 頼む, 頼む. So when I want to say, for example, I asked my friend to take a picture, I could either say と頼む. So if we use the と particle, then this would be like to quote what I said, right? So like, please take a picture と頼んだ. And that would mean I asked, please take a picture. If you want to go for this one, then you'd say 写真を撮って. So we put the verb 撮る in the て form, the request form. So 写真を撮ってと頼んだ. Or more informally, we changed the と particle into the て particle. If you haven't watched my video on how to say とyou, please go watch that. But yeah, informally you use the small 2 plus て. So 友達に写真を撮ってって頼んだ is how we'd say, I asked my friend, please take a picture informally. And this is a very common way. But you can also do 友達に verb here to take a picture ように頼んだ. So you can also do someone に plain form ように頼む to mean to ask someone to do something. So 友達に写真を撮るように頼んだ or 頼みました is another way to say I asked my friend to take a picture. But this sounds more formal than 写真を撮ってって頼んだ. So in this sentence, 写真を撮ってって頼んだ or 写真を撮るように頼みました. The subject was I, so we used the normal past tense. But if I was the one who was asked, so the subject was my friend, then we want to use the passive form. Like I said, we wouldn't say 友達は私に頼んだ. You can, and it makes sense. People would understand you. But it's not a very common way to say. So we want to instead use the passive form. So you say 友達に. So again, when we use the passive form, we use the に particle to show who is the subject or who is performing the action. So 友達に, and then you could add the word 私は, but you really don't have to. 友達に写真を撮って, and then finally you put the verb 頼む in the passive form. So 頼む becomes 頼まれる, and then 頼まれる in the past tense is 頼まれた. So you could say 友達に写真を撮ってって頼まれた. 友達に写真を撮ってって頼まれた. This is a very common way to say my friend asked me to take a picture. Or if you want to use the ように version, which sounds more formal, you can say 友達に写真を撮るように頼まれました。友達に写真を撮るように頼まれました。Yeah, so you see, we use the passive form to tell the story from the speaker's perspective too, not just to indicate that the speaker feels like he or she is the victim. Now let's see how verbs should conjugate. So for the いる, 得る ending verbs, you do the same as the potential form. If you haven't learned the potential form, you probably want to watch the lesson first. But basically for the potential form and the passive form, いる, 得る ending verbs conjugate the same way, exactly the same way. You change the last る into られる, られる. So 食べる becomes 食べられる. So 食べられる could either mean can eat, to be able to eat, or to be eaten, or someone ate and I'm upset. So I said the potential form and the passive form conjugate exactly the same way for the いる ending verbs. But for the potential form, you can omit the ら for the いる ending verbs. So 食べられる can become 食べれる when you speak informally. And that's really common. So I can eat with chopsticks. You can either say 箸で食べられる or more informally 箸で食べれる. And you probably would hear this 食べれる a lot because it's common to omit ら when speaking informally. I personally don't, so that you guys can remember the actual potential form, because when you do JLPT or something, you really don't want to make that mistake. And also, although it's common, it's still considered to be wrong. Feel free to say 食べれる if you're speaking to your friends, but make sure to say 食べられる, or when you're speaking formally, like using the must form, say 食べられます. It's like it's really common to say I wanna instead of I want to, but when you want to speak, for example, I don't know, in front of the queen, you probably don't want to say I wanna do it. You probably would have to say like I would love to, or you know, just different way, right? Or at least I want to, right? Well, it's kind of the same in Japanese. If you say 食べれる, then that sounds very informal. It doesn't mean it's weird because everyone says it, but it's just technically wrong. But yeah, anyway, for the potential form, so when you want to say I can do something, you can omit the ら, but for the passive form, no matter how informal you're speaking, it's wrong to omit ら. So when I want to say my sister ate my cake and I'm upset, I can't say お姉ちゃんに食べれた. 食べれた only makes sense as was able to eat informally. Doesn't mean she ate it and I'm upset. So お姉ちゃんに食べられた is how we say she ate it and I'm upset. Yeah, so 食べる becomes 食べられる for can eat and to be eaten, or someone eats and I'm upset, right? And for the past tense, you say 食べられた. The only time you can omit the ら and say 食べれた is when you want to say was able to eat. Like 嫌いな野菜が食べれた would mean I was able to eat the vegetable that I hate. But you want to say someone ate it and I'm upset, you want to say 食べられた informally. For the formal speech, you make the must form of 食べられる. So られる always becomes られます in the must form. So られました is the past tense formally. You say 姉に, we use the word 姉 because we are trying to speak formally. When we speak informally, you can say お姉ちゃん. But yeah, formally, 姉にケーキを食べられました. 姉にケーキを食べられました is how we say my sister ate my cake and I'm upset. But if you don't use the passive form and just use the normal past tense, like 姉はケーキを食べました, there is no indication that I'm upset. The speaker is upset. It's just me telling the fact. My sister ate the cake. You know, doesn't mean you sound like a robot, but it's just factual. Sometimes you have to be objective, right? Obviously, if you use the passive form, then you are being subjective because you're showing your emotion. So it doesn't fit if you're writing something formal. So 食べる becomes 食べられる. The must form is 食べられます. The past tense informal is 食べられた. The negation 食べられない could be like is not eaten. And past negatives 食べられなかった. It could either mean wasn't able to eat or wasn't eaten. For example, the deer wasn't eaten by the lion. 鹿はライオンに食べられなかった。鹿はライオンに食べられなかった。So the sentence, the deer wasn't eaten by the lion, the subject is the deer. So it kind of sounds like it's the documentary about the deer or you're on the deer's side. You can obviously say ライオンは鹿を食べなかった to mean the lion didn't eat the deer. But then this would mean that I'm more talking about the lion. But if I want to tell the story from the deer's perspective, I'm focusing on the deer's story rather than the lion's. Then yeah, I would say 鹿はライオンに食べられなかった. Alright, so 食べる becomes 食べられる. Can you try to change the verb 見る to look or watch? So you want to change the last る into られる, right? So 見る becomes 見られる. 見られる. The must form of 見られる would be 見られます. 見られます. So 見られます could be translated as can look, can watch, or to be seen, to be watched. So yeah, if you say テレビが見られる, 映画が見られる, then that means I get to watch the film. It's different from 見える. 見える would imply that it's visible. It's like either because of your eyesight or it's just in front of you. Was 見られる, it's more about if you have a chance to watch or not. But anyway, 見られる, get to watch. But also to be watched, to be seen, or someone watches me and I'm upset. Not just watches me, but it could be like someone's looked at my phone and I'm upset. You can use the passive form of 見る for that sentence as well. So when you want to, for example, say Tom looked at Emily's phone, you would say トムはエミリーの携帯を見た。トムはエミリーの携帯を見た。But if you want to say Tom looked at my phone, you want to use the passive form to express that I'm upset. So in this case, the person who is performing the action is Tom. You want to use the に particle to indicate who looked at my phone when using the passive form. So トムに to mean by Tom. トムに and then 携帯を stays the same. 携帯を and then you put the passive form of the verb 見る in the past tense. So 見る becomes 見られる, right? And then to change that into the past tense, 見られる becomes 見られた informally. Formally, 見られました。見られました。So, トムに携帯を見られた。トムに携帯を見られた。Then that means Tom looked at my phone and I'm upset. Remember, this passive form can only be used if you are the victim or you're trying to speak from the victim's point of view. But if you are the one who looked at the phone and you feel guilty about doing it, I want to say, I looked at Emily's phone and, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I'm regretting it. I wouldn't use the passive form, but I would use the てしまう or ちゃう form. Do you guys remember blah blah ちゃった? That would express regret or can also be used like I didn't mean to do it, but I did it, or yeah, I shouldn't have done that. To make this CAU form, you use the te form. So miru becomes mite, and then you change te into chatta to mean I did something unintentionally, or I did something but I regret. So michatta would mean I looked at it but I regret doing it. So エミリーの携帯を見ちゃった would mean I looked at Emily's phone and I regret it. Or I looked at Emily's phone unintentionally. Maybe I picked up the phone without knowing that it was Emily's. Maybe I thought it was mine and the screen was on and I was like, oh, I didn't mean to, but I did it. It could be used both ways. So if you haven't watched the lesson on てしまう or chatta, please go watch that because that's also important. But a lot of learners confuse those two. てしまう is about the speaker regretting his or her own action, whilst the passive form られる is about the speaker getting upset because of someone else's action. So 携帯を見ちゃった would mean I looked at the phone and I regret it. It doesn't always have to be I. If you say トムは携帯を見ちゃった then that means Tom looked at it and he regrets it. Whilst when you use the passive form, there is always the victim and the villain. So someone did something and then another person is upset. Then you use the passive form. Okay? So when you say 食べ過ぎちゃった it means I ate too much and I regret it. But if you say たくさん食べられた then it's like maybe you own all you can eat restaurant and you're the owner and the customer ate so much. As an owner of the all you can eat restaurant, you're not very happy. Then you say たくさん食べられた. Or you can also say あの客にたくさん食べられた. That customer ate so much and I'm not really happy about it. So we use 食べられた about like someone looking at my phone, but it doesn't have to be phone. If someone saw me, for example, naked, I would also use 見られた. Like, oh, that person saw me. Well, you don't even have to be naked. Maybe you were doing something dodgy and you didn't want any witness, but someone saw you, then you can say 見られた. Like, dang, someone saw me. So a criminal would definitely say that a lot. 見られた. Here, the witness might say 見ちゃった. Like, oh my goodness, I saw it, but I didn't mean it, or maybe I shouldn't have seen it. Then, because you have to be a part of it. Like, if you have witnessed something really bad, maybe you'd be, chased, right? Then the witness might say 見ちゃった. Or the verb to sleep, 寝る. If you want to say can sleep, you say 寝られる, right? 寝られる. Like if you want to say I can't sleep anywhere, you can say どこでも寝られる. どこでも寝られる. But if you want to say someone fell asleep and I'm annoyed, you can also use 寝られる. For example, my kohai fell asleep while I was talking. If a kohai does that to a senpai, oh, scary. The senpai would be really, 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 really pissed off. But yeah, again, kohai is the one who falls asleep. So you want to indicate who fell asleep by using the ni particle. So kohai ni, and then fell asleep in the passive form. 寝られた. Kohai ni 寝られた. If you want to make the whole sentence, my kohai fell asleep while I was talking, I wouldn't personally use the word while. I would actually use the word noni, which is like despite, in spite. It usually means like although expresses frustration, the speaker's frustration. So 話している is like I'm speaking. If you say 話しているのに, then that means though I'm speaking, 話しているのに後輩に寝られた. 話しているのに後輩に寝られた. Yeah, noni is really good when you want to express your frustration, even though I did this much, or even though this was like this. For example, I once went to a really posh restaurant and paid so much, but the food was horrible. I could say レストランは高かったのにまずかった。Alright, what about the verb to open? Do you remember? 開ける、開ける. And the passive form of 開ける is 開けられる、開けられる. So 開けられる could either mean to be able to open, so like 窓が開けられる, I can open the window. As in, like, I'm strong enough to open the window. It doesn't mean, hey, I can open the window for you. In that kind of situation, I would say, 私が開けるよ。私が開けるよ. To mean, hey, I can open that for you. So sometimes in English you say can, but in Japanese we just don't use like any form. We just say, I'll open for you. But 開けられる can also be something is opened, or someone opens and I'm annoyed. This is different from to be open, okay? So like if the store is open, we wouldn't say 開けられる, but we'd say お店は開いています。開いています。開いている. This 開いている comes from the word 開く, which is like something opens. This is all about transitive and intransitive verbs. I haven't made a lesson on them yet, but yeah, whenever you want to say something is open, you want to say something が開いている、開いています. So the window is open, you say 窓は開いています. But if you want to say something was opened by someone, so the passive voice, you'd use 開けられる. For example, 窓は開けられた. Then that means the window was opened by someone. So let's say by 田中さん. 窓は田中さんに開けられました. As for the window, it was opened by 田中さん. By the way, if you want to say 田中さん opened the window and I'm upset, then we'd always use the o particle. So you say 田中さんに窓を開けられた. Or 田中さんに窓を開けられました. So when we use the passive form, like the passive voice in English, like this was built, or this was opened, this was destroyed, without any nuance of I'm upset, you usually say object は passive form. For example, the house was built, you'd say 家は, and then to build we say 建てる, and the passive form of 建てる is 建てられる, and the past tense of it is 建てられた. So you'd say この家は建てられた. Or let's say in 2009 you say この家は2009年に建てられた. この家は2009年に建てられた. In this sentence, you didn't use the o particle with the word 家. You didn't say この家を建てられた. When you say object or passive form, it is for a sentence someone did something and I'm upset. So if you say 家を建てられた, then that means they built a house and I'm upset. Maybe because you had a nice view, but someone built a house right in front of your window and now all you can see is the next door's wall. Now all you can see is the house next door. And you say 家を建てられた. 田中さんに家を建てられた. But if you just mean the house was built, you're using the passive voice just to sound more formal, because that's what we also do for formal text. 家は建てられました. You'd use the what particle. Yeah, 窓は開けられた. Then that means the window was opened. And it doesn't imply that I'm upset. The door was opened. ドアは開けられました. But for example, you wanted to keep the window closed, maybe because you don't want mosquitoes coming in, for example, but someone opened it anyway. Then you feel like you're the victim. You'd say someone に窓を開けられた。someone に窓を開けられた。Alright, now let's see how other verbs should conjugate. Any other verbs, basically verbs that don't have いる ending, verbs including ある、うる, おる endings as well. You change the last う into あれる、あれる. So technically ある、うる, おる verbs also would look like the いる、える ending verbs because you'd have られる at the end. So 食べられる is how you say can eat or someone eats and I'm upset. But if you want to conjugate the verb to take a picture, to film, 撮る, then for the potential form, 撮る becomes 撮れる because for the potential form, you change the last う into える. But for the passive form, it looks different. You change the last う into あれる. So 撮る becomes 撮られる, 撮られる. So it's just the idiot ending verbs that would look the same in both passive form and the potential form. For other endings, they look different. 撮れる can take a picture. 撮られる someone takes a picture and I'm upset. Or to be filmed. So yeah, we already had the example of like someone asking your birthday. Do you remember? Normally we say 誕生日を聞く, right? So 聞く can mean to listen or to ask like a question. So the passive form of 聞く, you want to change the last う into あれる. So 聞く becomes 聞かれる, 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 right? So we had the sentence 誕生日を聞かれた. Someone asked my birthday. And it could just be me talking from my perspective or me being disgusted by being asked. Because 聞く can also mean to listen. If you say someone に聞かれた, then that could mean someone heard me things that I didn't want anyone to hear, for example. So maybe I was having a secret meeting and someone overheard, then I'd say 誰かに聞かれた, like someone heard us. 誰かに聞かれた. Oh, yeah, I was just singing in my house and my door is pretty thin, I think. But a delivery man came and I didn't know that a delivery man was outside the door and I was singing and I was really embarrassed. Probably because he heard me. Anyway, I was like, 配達の人に歌っているのを聞かれた. 配達の人に歌っているのを聞かれた. The delivery man heard me singing and I'm embarrassed. It doesn't have to be like anger, sadness. It could also just be any negative feeling. By the way, like I did in this sentence, you can do someone に verb の or passive form. So if you want to say someone saw me dancing and I'm embarrassed, you can also use the similar construction. Like to be dancing, 踊る or ダンスする should be in the present continuous tense. So 踊っている or ダンスしている. So you can say someone に踊っているのを and then to look in the passive form. 見る becomes 見られる in the past tense. 見られた. So for example, my neighbor saw me dancing. You could say 隣の人に踊っているのを見られた. 隣の人に踊っているのを見られた. What about the verb to hit? 殴る 殴る and all る endings end up changing into られる. So 殴る becomes 殴られる 殴られる. So 殴られる doesn't mean can hit. Because if you want to say can hit, then you want to conjugate differently because it's not an いる ending. For the potential form, we change the う into える, right? So 殴る becomes 殴れる if you want to say I can hit. But yeah, if you want to say I was hit, someone hit me and I'm upset, then you say 殴られた 殴られた So someone に殴られた When we talk about delinquent, we often call them Yankee. I know they're not Americans, but our slang for delinquents, like chavs, is Yankee. So for example, Yankee に殴られた We can also say 不良 Then that's more like delinquent. Verbs that you want to be careful are verbs that have う ending, hiragana う So verbs like 言う to say, to tell, 歌う to sing, 買う to buy. You want to change the う into は and then put れる. This is just like negation. Do you remember? If you want to say I will not buy informally, we change the verb 買う into 買わない right? So we do the same for the passive form. We say 買われる to mean someone bought it and I'm upset, or something was bought by someone. You know, it happens someone else bought the last sandwich that you wanted. You'd say 他の人に最後のサンドイッチを買われた。他の人に最後のサンドイッチを買われた。But yeah, the verb 言う becomes 言われる。言われる。Then that means someone tells something and I'm upset. Again, it's not the same as to be able to say, because to be able to say should become 言える。言える。言われる。That's someone tells me or I was told. So for example, someone told me that I'm stupid and I'm upset. Then you'd say バカって言われた。バカって言われた informally. Or バカと言われました。バカと言われました。Or my boyfriend said the food I made for him was disgusting. You'd say 彼に料理がまずかったって言われた。彼に by my boyfriend 料理 meal がまずかった。The past tense of まずい like taste horrible まずかったって言われた。I was told. Alright, now let's look at the regular verbs. So irregular verbs are, as usual, する and 来る. So する becomes される。される。来る becomes 来られる。来られる。So される doesn't mean can do, because if you want to say can do, we use できる。できる。Do you remember if we want to say like I can cook, I have to say 料理できる right? If you say 料理される then that means someone cooks and I'm upset. But the verb can mean can come, and also someone comes and I'm upset. So for example, someone spoiled a story. To spoil a story, you'd say ネタバレする。ネタバレする。And if you change する into the passive form, ネタバレされる and the past tense ネタバレされた then that means someone spoiled the story. ネタバレされた or to cheat on someone, you say 浮気する。浮気する So like he cheated on me. Again, you'd use the passive form. So 浮気する becomes 浮気される and the past tense is 浮気された So 彼に or 彼女に浮気された My boyfriend or my girlfriend cheated on me. But yeah, this lesson was long again, but I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate if you could support me on Patreon and I can make more lessons for you too. Alright, thank you for watching. じゃあまたね。バイバイ。